Hello there, my name is Christiane. I'm a fitness instructor for the Cal Poly Recreation Center. Super excited to show you 5-minute stretches for your wrists. And I'm actually going to pretend I am in an office setting right now. So here's my office chair. You could do all of these stretches seated. So just maybe break up your day a little bit. And let's get started right away. So a lot of the problems are really right here on the bottom of your wrist. So let's extend one arm out. I'm going to have my fingertips pointing down. I'm going to use the fingers of my opposite hand and just gently hold it here. If you feel this is too much, you can lower your arm down a little bit. That will maybe not quite might make it that challenging. Lifting it up means that my wrist, elbow, and shoulder are in one height here. Oh, this feels really good. You don't even need to pull very hard on those fingertips and it already feels amazing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn my arm 180 degrees. So I'm just going to flip it right up as if I want to give somebody a high five right here. And I'm going to hold on the top of my hand and just gently pull back. And this is another good one, especially if you have a lot of work that you're doing by typing. Your fingertips tend to curl a lot, and just extending them, flattening them out will already make that wrist a little bit more agreeable. And ooh, it feels really good right now. Let's go to the other arm. So you can shake this out a little bit. That was lovely. And let's start first by extending, dropping your hand down, and then holding. Again, if you feel it's a little bit too much, it could also be that maybe one arm is better than another. Lower it a little bit and it takes some of that tension off right here. I'm definitely feeling it when my arm is high. And you want to also make sure that if you feel maybe one arm is easier than the other, don't be too hard on yourself. Maybe that's the hand that holds the mouse during the day. Completely normal that maybe one area is tenser than another area. Now let's flip that hand. If you want to give me a high five, hold the top of your hand and just gently pull back. Always make sure that my thumb has a little home here too. And I'm just holding this right here, and it already feels like I'm getting stronger also my shoulders. So make sure you're sitting up really straight here. Fantastic. You can shake out that wrist a little bit. Lovely. So I'm going to go to the middle, and I'm just going to put my hands together, kind of like praying hands, and I'm lifting my elbows up. Again, make sure that your shoulders are nice and tall here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just gently going to tip my fingertips over to the right and over to the left. So it's oh so gentle. All what I'm really doing is as if those hands kind of like playing maybe a little competition, and one hand presses against the other hand and it wins right now. So right now I'm pressing back the left fingertips and going over to the other fingertips. Wonderful, wonderful. So right now, all we did was seated stretches. Again, you don't even need to get up, but we're going to create even a little bit more movement here. So keep that praying hand posture, and I'm going to move it over to the right. So now look how close my arms are to my chest right here. Wonderful. Now I'm feeling the stretch right here, and that's really like amazing because all what I did was changing the position of my praying hands. If you want to make it a little tougher, you can even add a little wiggle here on the side. Let's come back to the middle. Ooh, definitely feeling that. Now going over to the left. Going over to the left, you can first hold it, really enjoy that wonderful moment, and then add that little wiggle here on the side. Feels amazing right now. Okay, let's come back to the middle. Feeling good, feeling good. Let's press maybe just one last time, getting all fingertips really pressed against each other and maybe pressing those shoulder blades a little bit more together. Fantastic. Now you can interlace your fingers right here as if you're kind of like, creating a little disco ball, like pretend there's a whole bunch of lights on your hands and the disco ball is just swirling around. So that's an easy one in the middle of the day, especially if you're feeling there's tension that's coming from your wrist going all the way up to your shoulder, because see, I'm like lightly moving my shoulder along with it too. This is nice to break that tension up right here. Lovely. Okay, so let's roll your shoulders, and now let's extend your arms all the way. So I'm going over here to the sides, and I'm actually going to flip my palms up. And now we're going through a little 3-step process. So palms are up, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip up the palm, and I'm actually going to roll my elbows in. Good. Hold it here, hold it here. Let's go back. So this is like nearly makes you feel like you're extending, you're flipping, and you're pulling in. Like and then really like feeling like you're doing bicep curls, kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger like thing here. Okay, so flip, up, extend. And what I really wanted you to focus on is, this is also good for your shoulders. So feel your shoulders are working, they're helping you by sitting up really straight. Nice job. Okay, now it comes my absolute favorite, and that's something you have to kind of like watch. It's a little bit trickier one. So keep your hands as they are right now. I'm moving them together. See how those elbows align right here? Now I'm going to move them on top of each other, and I'm going to fold those fingers in. Ooh, this is called an eagle stretch. Really, really good for your wrists and shoulders. Feels absolutely amazing. And you can unlace this again. So let me show you again what I did is I kept my elbows high. I'm moving the right elbow a little bit in front of the left, lining them up, keeping past, moving, and I'm twisting those wrists around. Fantastic job. Interlace again, give yourself that shoulder roll. You did an amazing job. Those wrists should be feeling ready to work a little bit more. Enjoy.